Assalamualaikum and a very good day to my interview partner, ALHAM, and also our subject for today, Mr. Mubarak. So before we begin our interview, I would like to start by briefing a little about the purpose of this interview, as well as introducing my team members. So firstly, this interview is held to explore how our subject addresses intercultural communication conflicts, particularly those arising from verbal or non-verbal communication differences. By doing so, we aim to understand the approaches, methods, or pragmatics that the subject employs to foster a harmonious and peaceful community. So now that we have covered the purpose of this interview, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Harith Iskandar, and I am the leader of this group project. The interview will take less than an hour, of course, and we hope to address all of our questions within the given time. With that, let's have the others, my partner, introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is ALHAM bin AZYAN. I am his partner.
So, Mr. Mubarak, can you tell us about yourself, about your educations and your background first?
All right. My name is Mubarak Tariq Al-Kuwaili. I'm from Yemen, and I'm from computer engineering, second year. And inshallah, we'll make the assignment with my friends here. We'll enter the interview. Yeah.
So, sorry, where are you from?
From Yemen, yes.
Right. You study where? Where did you study now?
I'm sorry?
Where do you study now?
Actually, I'm studying right now in UNIMAP, computer engineering, second year. Yeah.
All right. So I will start with my first questions.
All right.
So, how does speaking multiple languages affect the way you convey message in multicultural settings?
Okay, firstly, speaking multiple languages allow actually for us to communicate wider or has a bigger range to speak with other people, and helps actually to build communication connections and relationship between other people. For example, between international students and local students. And also means for me being careful about how messages are delivered. For example, how I can speak with other people. Like I have to choose my words, or to be careful with my words, to be respectful with my words. Yeah. And each language actually carries its own culture. For example, Arabic language. There is many culture with the Arabic language. Like I think also Bahasa Malayu also has these kinds of things. So I have to adjust my approach to ensure the message is understood and attended.
So,
yeah.
So I will move on for the next questions.
Right.
So how do you adapt your tone and word choice when switching between languages in multicultural conversations?
Okay. When we say switching between language, we consider the vocabulary based on the audience. In formal settings, I can say I use breeches and polite language, as I've mentioned before, while in casual settings, I might use simpler or more more conversational expression, like it's simple to be and to be clarified with other people. And for when speaking English with the multicultural team, actually we trying to avoid slang, which is street language, because sometimes it's not clear for other people. So we try to avoid it, and try to use the formal or the normal phrases with other people to be understand. In other language like Arabic, also we have the same thing, but we usually, for me, we use general language with other Arabs. Yeah.
Okay, so moving on to the next question.
All right.
In hierarchy environment like the Navy, how does language play a role in asserting authority or fostering teamwork among a culture diverse crew?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat again the last part?
In hierarchy environment like the Navy, how does language play a role in asserting authority or fostering teamwork among a culture diverse crew?
Actually, language play like a main rule, or we could say the key is a key tool for exciting authority and fostering team for Navy. Okay, like it has to be clear and respectful communication, established as a leader. If we talk as a like we leader any team, I mean, lead any team. So while also conjuring like trust and collaboration among the crew. This is the important thing. For example, like giving director orders to is necessary actually in emergency, because we know that if we are leading a team, okay, so we have to prove the commands or direct orders for the crew. But in daily operations, like normal operations, explaining the reasoning behind the decision helps actually build understanding and teamwork. Maybe we could say like using normal or general language with others, so it will be understood. Yeah. Using actually inclusive language also ensures that everyone feels valued regardless of their cultural background. Yeah.
Okay, I understand your answer, but have you observed any difference in how authority is communicated in different cultures within the Navy?
I'm sorry?
Have you observed any difference in how authority is communicated in different cultures within the Navy?
Of course. I think normal people will observe this because authority is expressed differently across culture. Yeah, this is the main idea. And some culture direct and assertive language is seen as a strong leadership. Okay, while others it's more softer and like they and more collaborative tone is preferred. Okay, we have also Western cultures. Leaders usually give direct orders, where for example, for Asian cultures, I'm not sure about this one, but I have heard someone say this to me. Authority might be expressed more indirectly, right?
Yes.
So yeah.
Okay, so move on for the next questions. So, have you ever encountered a situation where your nonverbal communication was misunderstood by someone from another culture, and what happened?
Yeah, of course. This one is, I think, it's often in many countries. I think, yeah. For example, in anywhere in the world, or the street, or any jalan, okay, we use like something like this. I don't know, something like this, right? So I think here is like, I don't know, is it ovens or not? But sometimes people thinks that when we like do this to them, they think we offense them, all right? But in Arab culture, with us, I mean, it's normal thing. Just do like this, something normal.
Just pointing out.
Yeah, just pointing for anything. But I don't know. I think here is different. Yeah.
All right. So for the next questions,
Yeah.
how did you handle the misunderstanding, and what steps did you take to clarify your intentions?
All right. Of course, there's many understanding between any language. Okay. Uh, the first thing maybe for me I can do is to clarify the meaning of the word or the meaning of the sentence, and try to apologize to other person, as we previously mentioned, pointing. Okay. So we try to tell him that there is many culture in the world, so this thing means in my culture something else, and your culture and yours is different. So I have to apologize and clarify. Yeah.
Okay, so moving on to the next question.
Right.
On board a ship where a space limited, how do cultural norms about personal space influence interaction and relationship among crew members?
Actually, you have mentioned this space, right? The
Yeah,
ship.
space.
Okay. Okay. Actually, the space is a sensitive issue on the ship, all right? Where everyone actually works and lives in their close quarters. There's many different, as we mentioned before, there's many different cultures that have different expectations of personal space, which can also sometimes lead to discomfort or misunderstanding. Okay. For example, there's many members of any crew, okay, from many cultures or different cultures, where close proximity is normal, might like unintentionally invade the person's space. Okay. uh, Actually, can affect the relationship and the teamwork between the crew. Yeah.
Okay. So, are there any strategies or practice on board ships to ensure respect for personal space while maintaining teamwork?
Yeah, yes, of course. There's many strategies and practice on the board ship, I think. Yeah. So there's many ways also, like for example, like assigning personal lockers or help space. I mean, this one is, for example, in any crew, or if we just focus in the crew. So, so yes, and assigning personal lockers or spaces maybe helps maintain a sense of privacy. Yeah. And team building and activities between the crew and working together. Yeah.
All right. So moving on for the next questions, what strategies do people in your culture use to resolve misunderstandings caused by cultural differences in communication?
Okay, as we mentioned before, normally people when in all the world you use apologizing, okay, and clarify the meaning of the word, for example, or the culture, okay. But in my country, actually, we use this concept or this ways, but also we can give a knowledge about the culture that the people or the person that misunderstand. For example, sometimes in my culture, I mean, my country, we like pull the trigger on the sky, and yeah, I think you have seen this one before. People thought we are in fighting or we are in the war, so no. Actually, this is a culture. We represented, or we represented as a, for like in wedding or something like that. Yeah. So we try to give them the knowledge and tell them that It is you just misunderstanding the culture. We have to know about this and this and this. Yeah.
Okay, so we have reached for our last questions, which is, can you give an example of how these strategies have worked in real life situations involving cultural misunderstanding?
Okay. There, as we mentioned before, there was confusion, I think, between the meaning of the command given by any foreigner or any people. We mentioned before that crow. Okay, maybe some of the crow misunderstanding because the leader or the officer, anything, maybe the leader's accent is not good or not clear, and the phrasing. Okay, like for example, he's talking with the slang language, so as we mentioned before, it's kind of hard to understand it. Okay, so you have to clarify the phrasing and try to follow the accent or the knowledge of the people that work in the crow. So it's kind of hard to say that the leader is British and the crow or the members are for example Arabs or something, or agents. Okay, so it's hard to actually to understand because of the accent. So try to explain and in simple terms or simple phrasings, and avoid the confusion. Yeah.
Alright, so Alhamdulillah, that marks the end of our interview session. So I would like to say thanks and give my gratitude to our interviewee or subject for today, which is Mr. Mubarak.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Mubarak, for spending your time and answering our questions and giving us full cooperation. Alhamdulillah, it went well and fairly smoothly without any hitch and hiccup. So I feel grateful and thank you. Hopefully, we will be able to work together in the future soon in case we need your help again. Thank you for participating in this interview, and hopefully we will be able to do another one if needed to. Thank you, Mr. Mubarak.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you, sir, for your cooperating.
All the best for you guys.
All right,
Thank you.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.